Let's look at some more examples here. So let's say given x squared plus y squared equals 25. I want us to find the second derivative, d squared y dx squared. So again, we're going to follow our procedures for implicit differentiation. So you're going to take the derivative of both sides of your equation. So on the left-hand side, you're going to get 2x plus 2y dy dx equals 0. And you're going to solve for dy dx. So isolate it. 2y dy dx equals negative 2x. Divide by 2y. And if we simplify that, dy dx will be negative x over y. Now this isn't exactly what we were asked for. We want the second derivative. So what we need to do is take this equation and take the derivative of both sides. So then I would be getting the second derivative. And then on the right-hand side, you're going to have to use the quotient rule. Okay. So I'm going to have a fraction. The bottom times the derivative of the top, negative 1, minus the top. The derivative of the bottom is dy dx over the bottom squared. And if you see, we have this dy dx here. And so you're going to have to substitute this formula we have on the previous line right here. I'm going to have to plug that in and to get my second derivative. So I'm getting negative y plus x times negative x over y. Okay, and now we're going to simplify again here. So I'll have minus x squared over y. If we get a common denominator in the top, it would be y. So then we're really getting minus y squared minus x squared over y cubed. This is our second derivative. But remember the equation we were given with, that we started with, was x squared plus y squared is 25. And if I multiply this equation by a negative 1, we see that we get the numerator. So here I can plug in negative 25 here over y cubed, and there's my second derivative. So if you're asked for a second derivative, you have to do implicit differentiation not once, but twice. Okay, so don't forget to do it twice. So now let's look at one more problem involving implicit differentiation. So I want us to find the tangent line to the graph of x squared times x squared plus y squared equals y squared at the point square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my equation and I'm going to go ahead and distribute that x squared out. So it would be x to the fourth plus x squared y squared. And I'm going to move all the terms to the left-hand side. So I'll get minus y squared equals 0. And now I'm going to take the derivative of both sides of this equation. Equals, and then take the derivative of the right-hand side. Okay, so now let's compute these derivatives here. We get 4x cubed. Here we have to use a product rule. So using the product rule, it would be x squared times 2y dy dx plus y squared times 2x. The derivative of y squared, it's minus 2y dy dx. The derivative of 0 is 0. So we're going to keep all of our dy dx terms here on this left-hand side, and then we're going to move the other ones over. So I'm getting 2x squared y dy dx minus 2y dy dx equals negative 4x cubed minus 2xy squared. Factor out a dy dx on the left. So I'm going to be left with 2x squared y minus 2y. And then on the right, I can factor out a negative 2x. So this becomes 2x squared plus y squared. And then divide here to solve for dy dx. It'll be negative 2x squared plus y squared over, let's see, what can I factor? So they both have a 2 and a y in them. So I'll be left with x squared minus 1. And then these 2's here will cancel. So now I'm ready to find, remember what I'm trying to find is the equation of my tangent line. So I start by finding the slope of my tangent line. I'm going to plug in my point. So reminder, our point was square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. I'm going to plug this point into my derivative to get my slope of my tangent line. So negative square root of 2 over 2 times 2. If I square root of 2 over 2, you're going to get 1/2 plus 1/2. That's square root of 2 over 2, 1/2 minus 1. So these two will cancel here, and I'm going to get a negative 3/2 over a negative 1/2, or just 3. So the slope of my tangent line is 3. So I've got the slope of my tangent line, and I've got my point. I've got everything I need to write the equation of a tangent line. It's going to be y equals 3x minus square root of 2 over 2 plus square root of 2 over 2. You can leave your answer like this if you want, or if you want to distribute and simplify, if you did that, you would get 3x minus square root of 2 if you simplify that. Either one would be acceptable answers though.